Today is all about the phlegmatic child, and as you know, our temperament series continues. Now, one thing I don't like about the phlegmatic child is because they make you, the parent of the sanguine and choleric child, feel you are not doing enough. They make you doubt your parenting skills. Because when you tell your child stop and they are not stopping, the phlegmatic child is stopping. When you tell your child don't and they still do, the phlegmatic child will not. So when you go out, parents begin to say, oh, you're not raising your child well. You're not raising your child well, because they have a phlegmatic child who is peaceful, who is calm, who doesn't love trouble, who resists troubles because they do not love trouble. Because they have that, so they think, other parents with the hyper children are not doing enough. They will tell you are not resetting their brain. That is why they are like that. Nah, phlegmatic children are endowed differently. They are the typical good children who are obedient, who listen. Yes, they make you want to love them, and they make you actually want to have kids, more kids, until you see the sanguine. Then you want to say, nah, I'm stopping right here. So let's learn more about this phlegmatic child today. Okay, let's look at the traits of the typical phlegmatic child. They are calm and relaxed. Except for a secondary temperament, they are always calm and relaxed. They are easygoing. They have slow pace. They are the ones that follow rules. They are obedient. They want to please you as a parent, even as your teachers. They want to please you. Now, they sit when you ask them to sit. They are very compliant. One of the things about them is they love their comfort zone. So they are not easily adaptable because they love their comfort zone. But once they move from their comfort zone, they are going to give their all to it again. They're actually not self-starters. So they have struggles taking initiative because they are not self-starters. Have I mentioned they are calm? They don't have the energy the sanguine or the choleric child has. Even the melancholic child, they are less talkative. They don't talk too much, you know. They are just peaceful children. They resist fight. Yes, they resist conflict. They are not the ones that will look for trouble. Neither will they easily give into trouble, you know. And one of the things about them is that I said they are compliant, and not just to their parents or teachers, to their friends, really. If you're a class teacher, you will see them always running errands for their friends, and you are wondering, really? They are the ones that they are controllable. You see their friends just drop their bag on the floor and say, carry my bag and follow me, and they will just bend down. Even when they are carrying their own many bags, they will still carry their friend's bag and follow them. Are you wondering, are you serious right now? You know, and they have this, they have this face that is almost expressionless. Sometimes you don't even know what they are feeling or what they are feeling or what they are going through, because they don't wear their feelings on their face. Like, they are not excited like the sanguine child, who when it's hot is all dramatic about it, and when they are happy they are all dramatic about it. The phlegmatic child is not one to be so dramatic about their feelings. So because of that, parents find it difficult to really understand them. They are the ones, they are very tolerant. Even they can take in hurts and not react to it. So sometimes you don't even know when they are breaking. The phlegmatic child, they are calm. They will not readily share, except you have to break in and find a way to connect with them and actually make them share. Generally, they are very peaceful children. They are the kind of children that will make, like I said at the introduction, they're the kind of children that will make parents of choleric and sanguine children ask themselves, am I doing something right or am I doing something wrong? You know, they are the ones that will just give structure. The phlegmatic child will say, this is how you should do things, this is how things need to be done, and they will go and do it. Have I mentioned they are not self-starters? Taking initiative is a struggle for them, really. If the phlegmatic child is indeed peaceful and calm, then why do parents, teachers, and all of that still clash with them? One of the things I've said over and over again in the course of this temperament series is that Every trait can be an advantage or a disadvantage, can be a strength or a weakness, depending on how you, the parent, is seeing it, or you are seeing it, and also depending on the event. Let me give a practical example. Phlegmatic children are patient, very patient. Now, one would expect that patience is a trait that should be nurtured in children. Of course, it's a trait. So you want to nurture patience in your choleric child. You want to nurture patience in your sanguine child. But for the phlegmatic child, he has patience in double dose, in multiple dose. In fact, he has it too much that he doesn't know where to stop. So where you expect him to actually respond, he's not going to respond because he's tolerating it. Because he's not going to respond because he's tolerating it. Now, this is why the phlegmatic child and people around clash. Because these traits that actually make them awesome people can actually be weaknesses, especially when they exhibit them without limits, which they always tend to do. First thing about the phlegmatic child is that they have passive resistance. Now, the fact that they have patience, they can tolerate, doesn't mean that they don't have a limit. Now, because they are very tolerant, people don't realize that they have a limit. So they keep throwing at them. And because of their peaceful nature, they take it. But when they don't want to take it, they can be very stubborn. And one of the ways they actually express their stubbornness is to be sneaky. So many times they say yes, and behind they do a different thing. So they can be very sneaky. It's just their way of resisting pressure from people or anyone. So when they can't take it, they can't say no, they just go behind and do another thing. So the phlegmatic can actually be passively stubborn. One of the things about phlegmatic is because they love their comfort zone, they don't easily take risks. Now, this makes them even indifferent to their personal success. It makes them unmotivated, and this is a problem. This is one of the biggest problems parents have with their phlegmatic children. They don't have motivation, self-motivation, because they are laid back, because they don't have this internal drive. Now, this is why to motivate them is a different ball game from motivating your other children. Why something like a challenge can help you motivate your choleric child, when it comes to your phlegmatic child, motivating them is a different ball game, because they enjoy their comfort zone, they are laid back, and they tend to have contentment and small, so they are not very ambitious. Now, this is always a problem. Motivation, take initiative, get started, do things on your own. They don't have that in them, and it's always a problem. Everyone wants to have a self-starter, yes, but phlegmatic child, nah, they don't have it naturally. Now, another thing parents have with the phlegmatic child is that they don't easily transition. So you go out with them while the sanguine child doesn't look, before leaping is everywhere. Your phlegmatic child is clinging on to you, and you are like, go and do this, go and do this, and they are not doing it. And for very many parents, they don't like it because the phlegmatic child doesn't easily and readily warm up. The truth of the matter again is because they love their comfort zone, so they are not sure, they are not risk takers, they are not sure of that person or of the events they are supposed to warm up to. So they want to be sure. They don't even want to leave their comfort zone. Like the melancholic wants to be sure that they are safe before they will go there or before they will venture. But the phlegmatic, they don't want to leave their comfort zone. I'm already enjoying, even if my comfort zone is not such a bed of roses, but I'm comfortable here. I know what is happening here. I can already predict here. I know my ways around here. So that is one of the things, because they don't easily transition. Parents and adults around have this issue with the phlegmatic child. Another thing about the phlegmatic child is their reluctance, their lack of enthusiasm towards things, like I said, that even concern them. It is always a headache for parents. You are wondering, why are you not taking your life, your success, and everything seriously? It's a problem for them. They're reluctant to participate in activities. They're reluctant to pick up challenges. They're reluctant to get started. even when you try to motivate them, you need a different approach to motivate them. Now, this is a major problem that parents have with their phlegmatic children. They don't take risk. They enjoy their comfort zone. So they actually want to remain in their comfort zone for as long as it takes for them to remain there. Now, this is a major problem between the child and the parent, or the adult around, or even their choleric siblings. One thing again about them is their over-dependence on others, wanting people to always do things for them, not wanting to take risks, not wanting to move out. Lazy attitude is a major issue between parents and their phlegmatic children. So they just lie about, they are just laid back, they just lie about, and they are not just, even when they know what to do, because they are actually very wise children. They can be very wise, they can have deep knowledge, but they will not come forth. They will not come forward with it. They will not come forth with it. It will not show because of their, should I say, laziness or their reluctance. It is always a problem for children, even teachers. You hear teachers say, I know this child can do better than he's doing. I know he can do this. I know his capacity. So I just want him to do it. The melancholic child is a child that is not sure. They are not sure they can. So that self-doubt will actually make them hold them back. But for the phlegmatic child, it's not a matter of self-doubt, but a matter of they don't have that zeal, that interest, that push, drive, yes, drive to actually stretch themselves. They just want to remain relaxed in that comfort zone. So that reluctance, or should I say laziness, is always a problem. Another thing about them is that they are not expressive. I think because of their introverted nature, they have difficulty expressing themselves. That is the last reason why parents, the last reason I'm sharing here, why parents and teachers clash with their phlegmatic children. Because there are times you actually want them to express themselves. There are times you want them to defend themselves, stand for what they believe in, be assertive. Nah, they don't have that in them. Even amongst their classmates, amongst their age mates, they are not the ones to readily be assertive. This is one of the issues again parents, teachers, and all of that have with their phlegmatic youngsters. These are some of the reasons why parents, caregivers, teachers, and all of that may likely clash with the phlegmatic child. It's not all, but they are certainly some of the reasons. Now, so one thing you should know is that the way you see your child's behavior will determine how you are going to respond to it. So if you see these things as misbehaviors, it will determine how you are going to respond to it. You are certainly going to respond to them as misbehaviors. And one of the major factors that influences how you see your child or anyone's behavior is also your temperament. Now, we have a class on how your temperament as a parent influences your parenting choices and your parenting style. So you want to go back and check that video so that you are having a fine balance in your parenting. Okay, now that you know everything or major things about your phlegmatic child, what are you going to do about it? You need to be intentional. You need to create a vision, a structure, set your goals. You need to create your parenting framework. I have a book, Understanding Your Child, that will empower you with skills to actually parent any child you have, phlegmatic, choleric, sanguine, melancholic. Even you as a parent, you understand your temperament, you will understand your spouse's temperament and be able to create a system that accommodates everybody's temperament while working to improve on weaknesses. Now, what you want to do is to create a family system, a framework, and we at PAC, Parenting Accountability Community, can actually help you do that. This temperament series is one of the things we are doing at PAC. We did at PAC in the month of May, so we didn't finish it, so we are finishing it this month. The last topic we have is on melancholic child, and that should be a week after now, next week. We want to talk about that and everything. So if you need help with anything in your parenting, you want to come meet us at PAC, let's